In 2022, TikTok changed my family's life. My daughter Veda was diagnosed with a rare terminal illness called Sanfilippo syndrome, and it was because of TikTok. My daughter was having a lot of health issues, and we were trying to get to the bottom of it. And we had an appointment with genetics, but it was pushed out for a year. 3 months before my daughter's genetics appointment, I came across a little girl named Hayden. She has Sanfilippo syndrome, and when I saw this little girl, I immediately thought that she could be my daughter's twin. I had never heard of Sanfilippo syndrome before, so I quickly looked it up on Google, and my daughter checked off every single symptom. It was soul crushing. My husband, as soon as he saw it, he immediately went pale. We talked to her doctor and they said, just, wait because you already have an appointment with genetics. And in September of 2022, we got the final say and they called us and told us that our daughter had Sanfilippo syndrome. That day was the worst day of mine and my husband's life. Getting a Sanfilippo syndrome diagnosis for your child is never easy. We all have hard stories to hear. But some of the hardest stories I find are the ones of parents who get this news and they don't even know what Sanfilippo syndrome is, and they're told that their child's going to die and there's nothing they can do about it, and they have all these questions and they're kind of just left in this weird limbo. And because of this app, I had 3 months, me and my husband had 3 months to kind of prepare for what we already knew was going to be our journey. And as hard as that day was, I can't imagine how much harder it would have been if we would have got the phone call and they said, hey, your daughter has mutations on her SGSH gene. That means she has this thing called Sanfilippo syndrome. It's terminal. Sorry, she's going to have seizures and muscle contractures, and she's not going to be able to walk and talk one day. She's going to lose the ability to eat. We'll make an appointment for you to come in a week and we'll talk about it. I could not imagine if that had been how our diagnosis story began. So as hard as it was, this app helped. It helped us get the answer, in all honesty. And it has done the same thing for multiple other families. Just Hayden alone, I think, has been the reason that I want to say like 11 or 12 kids have been diagnosed properly. And Liv has been a reason, and Sadie and Logan, and like all these beautiful kids of ours have helped other families get the answers that they've been seeking. And if you have followed us throughout our journey, I just want to say thank you. It has really meant a lot to us. When your child gets a diagnosis like this, you think that the people that you've known your entire life, friends that you have made, are going to be there for you. And you quickly learn that, life goes on and sometimes people are uncomfortable. They don't know what to say, so they don't say anything. And this life can be very lonely. This life can be very lonely. And there have been some amazing people that we have virtually met through TikTok who message me and ask how Veda is doing, ask how I'm doing, how Elise is doing, how, like, what's new, what can we do to help. And I just want to say that we appreciate you. It's nice having people in our corner, even though we've never met them in person. It's nice just knowing that there's someone out there rooting for my child to live a long, healthy life. And to my other Sanfilippo families, this is just one app that we're losing. We have all our other ones. We're not going to stop raising awareness. We're not going to stop being loud for our kids. We're going to find a cure if it's the last thing we do. If you want to follow Veda's journey, we have a Blue Sky account and we have just started a YouTube. I only have like one video up, and we're going to be there. We have a Facebook and Instagram, but with how things are going, we're going to try not to use that as much, especially since they're partly to blame for how this is all going. So we have Blue Sky, YouTube, we have Instagram and Facebook. I will still post there occasionally, but again, I just want to thank everybody that followed us on this platform. I always want to thank Carrie and Hayden for being on here when we needed you the most without even knowing that we needed you the most. And yeah, well, let's keep our fingers crossed. Miracles happen every day. I forgot to add. I also downloaded that Lemon 8 thing. I don't know how that's working. You can go check us out there. I don't know. I haven't figured that whole thing out yet, or if it's going to even stay. There's conflicting videos I've seen about them being a part of TikTok and them getting banned too when the ban goes through. Anyway, I made an account. I don't, it's there. If you want to add that, it's there. Anyway, thanks guys for following our page here. I'll try to add a couple more fun videos of Veda or informational videos before the ban goes through. But all in all, just thanks a lot for being a part of our journey on TikTok.